Yeah, hi everyone. Good evening. I think I'm audible to all of you. Can you please confirm in the chat, guys, if I'm audible? Yeah. Welcome to day 11 of our Computer Vision for Developer series, and today we'll be learning how we can implement web application for the image classification. Okay, so I think you know, guys. So far we have learned so many things. So let me show you the entire playlist, guys. What are the things we're already covered? So this is the entire playlist. So we have completed till day 10. Okay, and here I showed you like how we can train these kinds of CNN model. Even I also discussed the transfer learning approach and the pre-train model. And I think you remember, guys, we trained one image classification model on top of the bones data. So anyone remember this training, guys? So this is the training notebook. I already shared this training notebook in the resources section. Okay, so in the description section there is a GitHub link, guys, I've shared. So you just try to check day 10, you will try to see this particular notebook. Okay, so there we trained one bones classifier. So that means we are this is the bones actually damage. Okay, bones damage. So it is having two kinds of damage. So let me show you the image. It is available in my download. Bones data training. Yeah, spiral fracture and oblique fractures. Okay, so this is the spiral fracture and this is the oblique fractures. So this model, guys, we have already trained, I think, remember. And there was a model I saved called VG16H5. Okay, VG16H5. And now what I did, guys, I already downloaded this model. You can see this model I have already downloaded from my Google Colab. Okay, so I think remember, guys, after training, left hand side you will see that model. Okay, VG16H5. Just try to click on the three dot and download the model. Now I'm going to show you how we can use this model to create the web application. That means initially I was running everything in my Jupyter notebook, right? Initially I was running everything in my Colab notebook. So people used to, let's say, give the image location and they need to execute this line of code. But let's say you don't know the coding, and you don't know like how we can set up the entire projects. So for you, I have to build some web application, right? So in the web application, what you can do, you can upload an image, you can click on a button, instantly it will show you the results, like what kinds of fracture it is and what is the probability score of that. Okay, so if you want to get this kinds of output, guys, we have to create the web app. And to create the web app, guys, you can use any kinds of framework. Either you can use Fast API, either you can use Flask. If you're not, let's say, familiar with HTML and CSS, that at that time you can go with Streamlit. So with the help of Streamlit also you can create the web app. And those were from already, let's say, this front end background. I think you if you are if you know the like full stack development, so I think you know Next.js, React. Okay, these are the, let's say, language. So with the help of that also you can create the front end part. Yeah, not a coder. Walaikum salam. I trained smoking classification, but only getting 85% accuracy. Tried many ways, but accuracy only ranging. You are using pre-trained model or custom model? Yeah, just try to do it. See it, because see at the end what happens. You have to do multiple experiment. Okay, because you are also not sure which approach will work better. Yeah, so for fine tuning, maybe you can use any other model. Not to use VG16 because the data set you are using is smoking classification. So here features are a little bit complex. So I'll suggest with go with actually ResNet 50 or Inception V3. These are the model. Okay. I think remember I was showing one loss evaluation yesterday, right? Loss evaluation. So what was the loss of the VG16? What was the loss of the ResNet? What was the loss of the Inception? So you see that Inception and Inception and ResNet was having very less loss. So maybe that architecture will work better. Okay, for your analysis. Yeah, so try with ResNet 50 and Inception V3. Even you can also try with this this model. So let me show you. So just go to Keras application. There is another model called Efficient Net. Okay, you can also try with Efficient Net. This is also a good model. First of all, try with ResNet 50, then try with Inception V3, then try with this efficient net. Okay, efficient net B0 or B1 you can try. Yeah, fine. So guys, now let's try to develop our web application for this project, the image classification project we have developed. Now you can train with any kinds of data. So I showed you with the help of bones data, and the issue was there, guys, I was using very less training data. That's why again it got overfitted condition. Okay, it was biased toward our spiral fracture image. Okay, so every time it was predicting spiral fracture image because of the less training images. Okay, so if you want to train the actual model, make sure you are collecting lots of data. So I showed you the link already from the Kaggle. So go to the Kaggle, try to download the entire data. On top of that, just try to perform the training. Okay, but just to show you guys, I'm using some sample of the data. All right, now let me show you guys how we can create the web app. So first thing, guys, you have to execute this notebook. If you don't have the model, just try to execute the entire notebook. After executing, you will get this kinds of model. Okay, you can see this is the model underscore vg16.h5 model. So I need the model to create my web app. And why we're training on Google Colab? Because I know that there are many people, those who doesn't have the good GPU in their system, right? That's why we're training on the Google Colab, because Google Colab will provide you free GPU access. So that's why we are training on the Google Colab, and after downloading the model, we'll try to create the web app. And the prediction part, guys, you can do on your CPU machine. You don't need GPU for that. Okay, just for only training purpose, you need the GPU, but inference you can do on your CPU machine. Now let's try to set up everything on our local machine, guys. So I will open up my folder. So this is my computer vision for developer folder, guys. Inside that, I'm going to create a folder called day 11. And here I'll be writing all of the code. So first of all, let's open up my terminal. Okay, now I'm going to open up my Visual Code Studio. So you can install Visual Code Studio, guys. So search for like VS Code install. You will see the first link. Just try to download and install it. And you also need Anaconda. Okay, Anaconda install in your system. So some tools are required, guys. Let me show you. So first of all, you need Visual Studio. Okay, Visual Code Studio. So this is the first link. So from here you can download it for the Mac, Linux, and Windows. Okay, and the way you install any kinds of software, just do next and try to install it. Then you need this Anaconda. Okay, you should have the Anaconda, guys. So Miniconda, it is having distribution Anaconda, I think this one. Then you also need something called git bash. So git scm. So these three tools you need, guys. Okay, for the local setup. So first of all, let's create the project files and folder. The files and folder I need. So here, first of all, I need a folder called model. So inside that, what I will do, guys, I'll keep my model. The model I have downloaded. So this is the model. I'll copy, and inside the model folder, I'm going to paste it. All right. Then the second file I need, the second folder I need called static, because here we'll be using Flask. Okay, Flask framework for the front-end development. So that's why this static folder is required. Then you need another folder called templates. Okay, templates. So inside templates, we'll keep the HTML file. Inside static, we'll keep the CSS file. Okay, and if you're not sure about HTML and CSS, guys, no need to worry. This is not your task. There would be another front-end team. So they will try to create this particular UI for you. So for that, you can utilize the online resources. So there are different websites. They are providing this kinds of free HTML and CSS code. You can copy paste that. Even you can also use ChatGPT to generate this kinds of HTML and CSS code nowadays. Okay, so writing HTML and CSS code, it's not a big deal today. Only you just need to understand the structure. Okay, how we can modify that with respect to your requirement. Now inside template, I need a HTML file. I'm going to name it as index.html. And inside static, I'm going to create another folder. I'm going to name it as CSS. Okay. Now inside CSS, I'm going to create a file call style.css. CSS. Okay. All right. Then you need a file here called app.py. So here we'll be writing the logic, and I also need a file called requirement.txt. Requirements.txt. Inside that, I will mention all of the requirement you need to execute this project. Then I also need a readme file, because in the readme file I'm going to mention all of the command I'm going to execute. Like, let's say if you want to create a virtual environment, what is the command? If you want to install the requirement, what is the command? Okay, everything I'll try to mention here. So readme.md. All right. So first of all, let's mention our requirements. So I need TensorFlow first of all. TensorFlow, and you have to specify the version. So how to get the version? So what you can do, guys, you can come here to the Jupyter notebook, that means in the Colab notebook, and try to connect the notebook. So the version you are using for the training, guys, you have to use the same version for the web application. Otherwise, you may get like dependency issue. Okay. Streamlit or Flask, which one is the better for the production level deployment? See, Streamlit is only for the POC development. Okay. For production, you can use Flask or Fast API, not a coder. Better if you know, like this one, Next.js. Okay, Next.js, then React. These are the framework for the front end. But for the API creation, you can use Fast API, either you can use Flask. POC means proof of concept. Okay, you are creating a demo application. Let's say before going for the production, before let's say publishing it for the production application, you are creating a POC. That means demo application, so that you can show to the user. They can test your application. This is called POC, proof of concept. Okay. If you see any application, okay, any real-time applications, any kinds of research, when it comes to the market, first of all they will create the POC. Then after that, once they have tested, then they will try to productionize it. Yeah. And guys, I'm telling you, this is just a like basics implementation we are doing. So we are creating a only front end part. Going forward, I'm going to show you the end-to-end implementation. Okay, yeah, prototype. Going forward, I'm going to create an end-to-end implementation. We'll try to create the entire training pipeline. We'll try to create the entire prediction pipeline, because we are still in the beginning position, okay, of our computer vision developer series, and we have only completed till image classification. We have learned the pre-trained model, and based on that, we are getting the web application. Okay, this is not the actual end-to-end projects. Okay, actual end-to-end projects I'm going to show you once I complete all of the topic. Then how many projects are you're going to make in this series? So many projects. Okay, so many projects I'm going to implement through the entire series. Yeah, because I promised you guys I will start from very basics and I will go to advanced part. So I'm going to show you everything. Yeah, so those who are expecting end-to-end project from my side, guys, you have to wait. First of all, let me complete all of the topic, then I'm going to show the end-to-end implementation. Fine. So TensorFlow I need. So TensorFlow version you can specify. So it is connected. So I was using TensorFlow, guys, I think remember, and it is already installed on Google Colab. If you want to check the version, you have to write this command. So tf dot hyphen version hyphen. TensorFlow is not defined. Okay, first of all, you have to execute this line. So see, 2.18.0. And what is the current version of the TensorFlow? TensorFlow PyPy. 2.19.0. Okay, and this is the version your Colab is using, 2.18.0. Yeah, definitely I will show you the end-to-end projects. Okay, Umang. And for this you have to wait for some sessions. Okay. So you can specify the version. So here you can give double equal to and specify the version. This TensorFlow you need to use. Then I need the Flask. Okay, then I need NumPy. Then I need Pillow to read the image. Now if you have to install it. Okay, and to install it you have to create the environment first of all. So this is the command, guys, you can follow to create the environment. So conduct create -n. I'm giving my name of the environment web app, and Python is equal to I'm using 3.11. Okay, then you have to activate the environment. So for me, I already created the environment, guys. I'll try to activate it, but for you, first of all, try to execute this line, then try to activate the environment. See, environment is already there for me. Now to install the requirement, just write pip install -r requirement.txt. So it will install TensorFlow here. So it will take time. So for me, actually I installed latest version. So what I will do, I'll just try to use my latest version instead of using the new one. So let me remove this line, or I can comment it just for your reference. And again, I can give a TensorFlow. Now if I execute, you'll see requirement is already satisfied for me. Okay, it is done. Because I was doing some experiment, guys. So that's why I installed the latest version of TensorFlow. Okay, latest version will also work. There is no issue. But in case if it is not working, if it is giving you a dependency issue, that time you have to install this version. Okay, but it will take time, guys. It is around 300 MB. So that's why I paused the installation. Okay, I'll be using my latest one. It is necessary to specify the Python version, definitely. Because Python is also depend upon the package. Okay. Yeah, so that's how, guys, we can install all the necessary library. So once library is installed, now we can start writing the code. Yeah, so let's import all the necessary library. I need import operating system, then I need Flask. So from Flask import Flask render template request redirect and URL for. Okay, these are the library I need. Okay, Flask is giving error because you have to select your actual environment. Just below right hand side you will see your environment option. Just click here and try to select your actual environment, which is nothing but web app. Okay, now this error will be gone. Yeah, now I need to import the TensorFlow to load the model. So from TensorFlow dot keras model load model, because I want to load this model. Okay, and if I want to load this model, guys, I need load model function. I think in the Jupyter notebook also I did the same thing, remember? So here is the load model. So after saving the model, so here I was using the load model. Okay. Then after that, I also need some image functionality, that means load image and image to array. So let's import. So it is available inside TensorFlow. So from TensorFlow processing image, import load image and image to array. Then I need process input. So from TensorFlow, yeah, application, I'm using VG16 model, I think, remember, guys, VG16 model, and process input. Okay, then I also need NumPy. So from or import NumPy as NP. So first of all, we'll try to do the Flask initialization. To initialize the Flask, just write app is equal to Flask. Then you have to give __ name inside that. Now you can ask me, sir, how to initialize the Flask? Go to the Flask documentation. So they have already given. So here you can check a minimal application. See, that's how you can initialize the Flask. Got it? Uh, can we use with models as a object detection and classification? Yes, you can use it. See, for classification detection, there are so many models. I'll tell you. Whenever I'll go to the advanced partner, that time I'll tell you. With the YOLO also you can do the classification. Sir, I confused, choose software engineer or AI engineer. Can you advise me? You can go with AI engineer, because nowadays AI is everything, and all the software they're trying to integrate the artificial intelligence with that. So instead of going to traditional software engineering, you can go with AI engineers. Okay, that would be fine. Sir, I have one problem statement of if a user give any place of famous place, any model recognize that image of the place and tell place after generate that place information about the place. What is the approach? For this, you can reach out to me on my LinkedIn. I'll try to share you some insights. Okay, on top of that, I10 VG16 model for 22 classes of places recognizing have production. Do it any idea? For image places, guys, there is a different model you can use. You can use something called image captioning model. That will work better, I think, in that case. Place recognition. Okay. Maybe we can discuss. Okay, you can send me the message on my LinkedIn. We can discuss about it. Fine. So all of you just give a like. If you are liking my session, guys, give a like. And if you haven't subscribed yet, so please try to subscribe, guys. So let's hit 50k subscriber as soon as possible. Thank you. Math, see, basics level math is required. Like to understand the model architecture, what are the mathematics is required, you have to understand that only, like linear algebra, matrix, then differential calculus. These are the things you have to know, not the in-depth. Okay, in the in-depth one. Okay, so Flask we have initialized. Now we have to also initialize the upload folder. That means if user is uploading any kinds of image, okay, so that image I also need to save in us inside a folder. So this configuration will also try to write. So you have to write app.config, okay, and there I'll try to make a upload folder. Okay, upload folder, and the name of the upload folder would be uploads, but it would be present inside a static folder. So here you have to give static /upload. That means I want to create a upload folder inside my static folder. Inside that upload folder would be created, and inside that whatever image user will try to pass, it will try to save here. Okay, and this thing you can add inside app config. Now you have to create a directory. To create a directory, you can use operating system. So make directories app config upload folder, and if it is already exists, you don't need to create. Okay, this is the code. And how I'm getting the code suggestion, guys, because I have the GitHub Copilot here, so it will help you to like write code quickly, right? That's why. But if you're beginner, guys, if you're writing the code, if you're practicing, I won't suggest you to use the GitHub Copilot. Instead of that, you can type the code. Okay, that would be fine. All right, now we'll try to load the model. So to load the model, you can use this code load underscore model, and here is the model name. So model name is model is available inside model folder slash vgg's model underscore vgg 16. Now I can remove this line h5. This is the model. Okay. You can also define the path like that. Instead of giving directly, I can write model underscore path. Yeah, so this is the entire path, and this path you can pass inside that. Now here we'll try to make our class name. So class underscore name, so it would be a list. So inside this list, guys, I'm going to mention my class name. So I'm having two classes, guys. I think you remember, oblique fractures and spiral fractures. So here is the code. See, oblique fracture and spiral fracture. And if your model is predicting 0, that means it's an oblique fracture. And if your model is predicting 1, that means it's a spiral fracture. That's why you have to write in an order. That means this is a list, guys. And what is the first item of the list? That means 0 index. Definitely oblique fracture. Okay. That means if your model is predicting 0, that time I'll try to return the 0, let's say item. And if your model is predicting 1, I'll try to return the 1 item. Okay. So that's why I created a list. So here I can write, you can replace these classes with your actual classes name in order to get the model output. I watched your GenAI course from Free Code Camp. I like the way you taught each and every tutorial. Thank you so much. In future, please come with AI agents like LangGraph N8 by coding session, please. Definitely. Thanks for what you are doing. Love from Dubai. Thank you so much. Will you deploy it as well? Definitely, I will also show you the deployment. Okay, Human, how to deploy. Everything we'll try to cover. No need to worry. Only, guys, I just need your support. Okay, that's it. Just give me support. Definitely, I'll try to show you each and everything. Okay. Now the next thing, guys, what I have to do, I have to also check the image extension. That means user can upload any kinds of file. If I'm creating a file uploader, user can upload any kinds of file. So they can upload the PDF file, they can upload the Excel file. I think you know the user. Now user, if they're getting any kinds of window, they will try to upload anything. But I have to also manage that, because here user can only provide the image file, not any other file. And in the image file, you are having some extension, like you are having PNG extension, you are having JPG extension, you are having JPEG extension, you are having GIF extension. Okay, so these are the things you have to take care. So for this, you can use this function, guys. This function you can use, allow file. So whenever user will upload any kinds of file, first of all, it will check whether it's a PNG file, JPG file, JPEG file, and GIF file. Apart from that, if they're trying to upload any other file, let's say Excel file, docs file, that time it will not allow. Got it? So that's how this function will help you to get the image file only, not any other file. Now we'll try to create the route. So app.route. So here you can specify the methods, get and post, and here I'm going to write the function. So function name is, I'm going to name this function as index, and inside that here you can specify if request method is equal to post. Okay, if it is a post request from the user, that time first of all what you have to do, guys, you have to check. Okay, you have to check whether he has uploaded any file or not, that means any image or not. So here I've already written this code, let me show you. This is the code. Okay, this is the code. See, first of all, I'm checking if it is a post request. Okay, that means there would be a button. Okay, there would be a button. If user is clicking on the button, it would be a post request. After that, I'm checking if user has uploaded any file or not. If he has uploaded, I'm taking that particular file object. Okay, then after that we are matching. We are matching with our allow file. That means I'm checking whether it's a PNG, JPG, JPEG, or GIF. If it is not, then what I will do, I'll not receive it. Okay, otherwise I'll try to receive it. What I will do, I'll first of all create a file path. Okay, I'll try to create a file path. That means where you have to save this image. So definitely I have to save this image inside my upload folder, because here I've created my upload folder. So here I'm creating the upload folder path and the file name. Then I'm saving this particular file, okay, inside the folder. Very simple. Okay, then after that you have to do the processing of the image. I think remember here also we did the same thing. Whenever user is giving any test image, first of all we are loading the image. After that we are converting to the array. Then here we are doing some processing like expand dimension, then processing input. So these are the operation you have to apply. So the same thing, guys, I have copy pasted from my notebook. Let me show you. So this is the code for the processing. This is the code for the processing. I'm loading the image. This is the input size 224, and I'm converting to the array, expanding the batch dimension, and processing the input. Okay, then after that we'll try to do the prediction. So this is the prediction. So it should be classes names. Okay. See, I'm passing this data to my model. That means model.predict. It will give you the prediction. I'm applying the argmax because here we are using softmax activation function. Remember. So here is the model. And here I'm using softmax activation function. Okay, it will give you 2 probability. So I think you remember. So here is the code. See, it will give you 2 probabilities code, and whichever will be having highest probability, it will return that index. So in this case, let's say this is the highest probability, it will return 1. Okay, so this thing actually we are doing here. Argmax, it will give you the maximum, that means the highest probability, the index, and this index I'm passing to the classes name. That let's say if your model has predicted some probability, that means 2 probability, and let's say the second one is having highest probability, that means argmax will return 1. Okay, and this one will go to the classes name, and classes name is nothing but it's a list. And what is the items of 1? Definitely spiral fractures. This will be returning, and this should be the my label. Okay, this should be my label. So here I'm storing inside a label. And if you want to get the confidence, guys, in the prediction, the 0th index, okay, you have the confidence code. 0th index, you have the confidence code. So this thing I'm trying to extract. Now I'm going to show in my HTML page. Let me show you. Yeah. So here you can see I'm doing return and render template, and here I'm rendering this HTML file index.html, but inside that I have written against of content. So let me write the content. So this is the HTML file, and no need to worry, guys, if you are not familiar with HTML, no need to worry. Okay, so HTML, this is the work for the front-end developer, guys. They will create the front-end for you. So I also created this HTML. I collected from the different websites. So let me show you. One of the website is there called Bootstrap. So Bootstrap will also provide you HTML and CSS content. So it is having so many example. So from their example itself, you can copy the code. Even some of the website will give you the complete code. So here you can write image classification, HTML and CSS code. Image classification, web app code. Now TensorFlow image classification web app. See, there are some link. You can open this link and you can take their code, guys. So this is the JS implementation. See, that's how this window will look like. Not this one. Let's see another link if I get. Yeah, so this one you can use. They are using Flask. So this is the template, guys. Inside template, they have the HTML code. So index.html, this is the entire HTML. You can copy paste from here and you can modify with respect to your requirement. Okay, so what I did, guys, I did the same thing. I collected this code over the internet, then I modified, okay, with respect to my requirement. Even you can also generate with the help of ChatGPT. Just go to the ChatGPT and ask for, you want to create a web app, give me the HTML and CSS code. You can copy and paste it here. Okay. And here you are having a button, upload and classify. Whenever you will click on the button, it will send the post request. And whenever it will send the post request, this function will execute. This route will execute that time. Fine. Okay. And if it is not a post request, guys, okay, so here what I can do, if it is not a post request, so I'll only launch my index.html page, nothing else. Okay, render index.html page. That means user will get the UI only, not anything else. And after getting my prediction, here you can see I'm sending all the prediction to the index.html. That means my file name, So image would be also visible there, then label and confidence score. Okay, and I'm also sending the request.url. So what is this request.url will do, guys? Let me show you. So this will render the image. This will render the image in the front end. So this is the route. For this you have to write. Okay, so this route, what it will do, it will try to take the image from the static folder, upload folder. It will render in your home page. So let me show you how this home page will look like. Then I think your understanding would be clear. So here I can initialize my app. So this is my host, this is my port number, and debug is equal to true. And one thing I missed out, you have to give the CSS code, because you can see it is using the CSS. Okay, style.css. So let me add some style here. That means some color, border, okay, background you can add here. Now let's execute my app.py. So Python app.py. Here I'm getting an error. Okay, here I've given this symbol. Now clear. Let's execute it. No such file and directory. Model vg16h5. Model vgg16.h5. Why it is throwing the error, guys? Because model is there, not then. Model. Okay, so sorry, it should be model, not mode. My mistake, guys. Now I think it should work. So this is the fun of live coding, na? So here we'll do the mistake and instantly we'll be learning. Now see, my application is running. Now open up your local host and open up port number 8080. Okay. All right, I'm getting an error. It is telling the view index didn't return a valid response. Let me check, guys, what is the issue. Let me refresh it again. Now it is coming, guys. Okay, so this is the interface, guys, I have created. Image classifier. Now here you can upload any kinds of image. So let's upload an image. So I am having the image inside this bones data test spiral fracture. So maybe I can take this image and let's upload and classify. So see, it is telling spiral fracture 100% confidence. So how is this dashboard, guys? Tell me, how is this web app? It is look good or not? So you can use this template for any kinds of image classification app. Okay, I'll share the code with you. You can use it for any kinds of classification you'll be implementing in future. So how is the app, guys? Did you like the app? Yeah, not that great, but at least it is good, because we are not the HTML and CSS guy. Okay, here you can also beautify this one with the help of HTML and CSS. Booty ZMon. But here yeah, but here we are not the HTML and CSS guy. That's why I think you can understand na. Yeah, but at least this will work for us. Okay. So you can also beautify this app. Just try to add some more HTML structure, try to add more CSS code, try to add some more color gradient. Definitely you can beautify this app. but I kept it basics because there are so many beginner people, they don't know about HTML and CSS. That's why I kept very simple HTML and CSS code. Okay, very less code, just for them only, so that they can understand at least, okay, what is going on. Yeah, nothing to everyone. 90% is good. Remaining 10% about HTML and CSS. Yes. Yeah, the main focus is to like how we can build the application after getting the model. Now, how we can build this kinds of web application. Now, if anyone is coming, let's say they don't know about TensorFlow, they don't know about image classification. If I'm giving this window, so definitely he can upload any image. Now see, one amazing thing I want to show you, it will only support the image file, not any other file. So in this directory, I'm also having the PDF and other file. See, okay, so many file I'm having, but when I will try to open, it will only support this image file, not any other file, because of this particular function we have written. This function we have written. All right. Now I think got it, guys. After training a model from the Google Colab, we can download the model and we can build this kinds of web app. And this template you can use as it is for that. Now in the next session, guys, I'm going to deploy this app. I'm going to deploy this app over the AWS cloud. Okay, nothing to everywhere. This is your first class. Yeah, so definitely you can check out the previous class as well. Yeah. So now next class, guys, we'll try to deploy this app over the AWS cloud. All right. And there will be learning the basics level deployment. Later on, whenever I'll show the end-to-end implementation, there I'm going to show the CI/CD deployment as well. Okay. We're starting from basics, we'll go to the advanced. Now guys, what I want to assign you, just try to open up kaggle.com. Kaggle.com and search for image classification data. Image classification data. And try to pick up any kinds of data. I don't have any issue. And try to train a model and create a web app. Can you do that? So if you give dog images there, I think it will predict something else. Okay. Yeah. So please try to pick up any other problem statement from here and try to train the model and download the model and try to create this kinds of web app. This should be your task. So always remember, guys, unless and until you are not trying, you are not creating, you are not implementing, things would be difficult for you. So I'll request you guys, just try to at least build something from your end. Yeah, so you can improve the smoking model as well, then you can, yeah, do it. So let's connect in the next video, guys. Next session, we'll try to deploy the projects over the AWS cloud. I have one questions. If user give any other another image like dog but model learning bones classification, what have the prevent? See, if you upload any other image, na. So here, let's say if you upload any other image. So let me upload any other image. Let's see what will happen. Let's say this is my image. I want to upload this thumbnail, and if I upload and classify, so it is trying to categorize in this category only. It is telling spiral fracture, but although this is not a spiral fracture, okay. So to prevent this kinds of issue, you can add some verification layer. Okay, you can add some verification layer. In the verification layer, first of all, there are some model. With the help of that model, you can specify whether it is a same image or not. Okay, same image or not. This is the same, let's say, category image or not. You can specify the category there. Whether it's the animal category, whether it's a, let's say, any kinds of person category, you can specify category. So you can write a condition. Based on the condition, you can proceed the further work. Okay, real to animation words. Okay, I think you got your answer. Please conduct live regular. Definitely, I'm also already conducting live regularly, but somehow I think 1 to 2 days I'm missing because of some work I'm having. Okay, so fine guys, this is all about from this session. I hope you liked it. Now let's connect in the next session. I'll show you the entire deployment, and please try to like my video guys, and subscribe if you haven't subscribed yet. Definitely you will be learning a lot. This is my promise through the entire playlist. What if I want to create a Android applications? Should I learn after the custom model training? See, for Android application development, you can follow any kinds of Android application course. Okay, there are like so many courses are available over the internet, over the YouTube. You can learn, and to deploy this model over the Android application, you can learn the quantization technique. That thing I'm going to show you. Okay, how to quantize the model. Even there are some model like YOLO. You don't need to even do the quantization also. Okay, this is like very small model, but it will work better. Balaji. Okay. Thank you. So bye everyone. Thanks for joining the session. Let's connect in the next session with a deployment series. Thank you guys. Bye.